probably well into your...
Well, that's a flashback to my middle age.
Okay, middle age. There you go. You brought it up, not me. But yeah, welcome back, David L. Carrier, helping us out with our life plan. Hey, I walk around this office feeling like the elder here. So speaking of elder, you're really good about helping a lot of older families or families that maybe are not even there yet but need to get that life plan in place. And you know, there's no question when you're here, you definitely like to push the envelope a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
Effectively, though. Right.
Well, that's the thing. We you know, we have a very strong team at the office. We just have we've got a new person. We have new people coming on board all the time. You know, but. One of them, in doing their due diligence, you know, figuring out what we do, is they say, well, you have this reputation, you know, with attorneys as pushing the envelope. And, you know, I have to say that, you know, when an attorney says you're pushing the envelope, it's sort of like saying you have cooties, almost. Well, it's true, you know, it's like it pushes the envelope.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't apologize for that. I mean, if you're, you know, if we're talking about preserving your life savings, which is what we're talking about, you know, it's, for us, it's a choice. You avoid nursing home poverty, or you go broke. I mean, that's the choice. And we do push the envelope. We do things that other people don't do. We take it seriously the way other people, you know, might say, oh, that's pushing the envelope. But, you know, the results, I think, over 25 years speak for themselves. You know, thousands of families who've saved preserved their life savings, preserved their dignity, that kind of thing. And so, you know, yeah, maybe we got cooties, I guess.
It is That's my favorite saying. You know? It is what it is.
You know, my families are happy, you know, and that kind of makes it for me, you know.
Yeah. And real quick, before we get on to the questions, we've got to mention real quick the Alzheimer's Walk. How'd that go for you?
Oh, the Alzheimer's, boy, that was just fabulous. I mean, it was bigger and better than, you know, every year it's bigger and better, and it was bigger and better, and the weather was beautiful.
Good for you.
Thousands of people out doing the walk. Plus, they had Darth Vader and a stormtrooper.
What?
So it's like, I got my picture with Darth Vader.
Nice.
It was kind of fun.
All right. Now down to business today, right?
Okay.
As you know, we have viewers.
We got to do the law stuff now. Is that what you're telling me? Okay.
We have viewers that sometimes send David emails or just other people that have questions. And here's the first one we're going to kind of address. It kind of deals with my loved one has property I would like to sell. If NH care is needed, nursing home care is needed, only income is Social Security, will property be taken by Medicaid?
Yeah, the thing is, if you've got property, we don't know if that's the homestead. If it is the homestead, then right now Michigan is one of a couple of states that don't put a Medicaid lien on your house right away. So hanging on to the house can be a very good idea rather than convert it to cash, because if you convert it to cash, you're not going to be qualified for the Medicaid until the cash is down to $2,000. Now, there are some very effective things we do, even if all we've got is cash, right, to still get qualified for Medicaid and preserve some of it. You know, you can't preserve it all. It's kind of too late now, but still, having that additional money in order to make sure that your choices count. You see, that's the thing here. This is not next generation planning. This is not thumb the government in the eye planning. This is not die with the most toys planning. This is how do we make sure that you have enough money to add to the base level of care. You know, if you want a private room, you're going to have to pay for it. Well, if you don't have any money, then you can't pay for it, right? And then you're stuck. So that's the idea here. So we would say don't sell the house just yet unless it's part of a plan. Now maybe it's a good idea to sell the house. It just depends, but that's why we do the life plan workshops. Get an idea of what are some of the tools that we can use to do that.
Okay, and we have time for one more.
Okay.
How do I get power of attorney for my deceased father's medical records?
Yeah, this is one of those things. You know, I picked this question because it's like 3 mistakes in one, right? When someone has died, you can't get a power of attorney for them. I mean, you can open a probate estate. That's what you can do. Before the person dies, you may have power of attorney, but the power of attorney doesn't survive death.
Okay.
You see? So once someone has died, that power of attorney is gone. That's why we do trusts. And if you don't have a trust, then we're heading over to probate court to get the authority to get those medical records. That's the only way. That's really the only way to do it. So, but people get this idea, though, I could get a power of attorney after somebody died, or I can still use the power of attorney even though they've passed.
Because that's something that person gives to them when they're alive.
Correct.
That has a part in all that. Okay.
Yeah. That we don't push that envelope. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's
we got to be technically correct.
Okay. And real quick, where's your workshop this week?
We're doing one we're doing it in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
We do every week here in Grand Rapids, but then we've got our offices. We're getting the offices, you know, up to speed in Muskegon, Holland. You know, we've been there for a couple of years now, but the workshops in Muskegon and Holland, we're going to a every other week schedule instead of, we did it once a quarter, okay, overflow. We did it every month, overflow. Now we're doing them every 2 weeks in Muskegon and in Holland, and we're just making that commitment. As I say, we've got about 24 people now, a little bit better than that. Here's the thing. The people who work for us, they're push the envelope types.
Right.
I mean, we've got we just one of the folks who just started this week took a pay cut from one of the big law firms to be with us.
you.
It's like, she has a friend say, hey, this is how they do it,
Yep.
and she gets less vacation and a pay cut. But she's on board because she gets it. She sees what the mission is.
And you can learn more about the people that work for David by going to davidcarrierlaw.com, right?
davidcarrierlaw.com, that's right.
All right. Thanks so much for stopping by. Make sure you reach out to him or us if you have any questions for him. Some people are doing that.